among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. Let rain roll, let rain
And good morning. Welcome to Today at the Races, presented by Fidelity First. I'm Stan Salter, along with our odds maker, Keith Fusel, as we get you ready for a big week of horse racing here at Laurel Park. Live racing today, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And, of course, tomorrow is going to be the big day of the weekend. We have that big popular national wager. The Stronach 5 starts right here tomorrow at Laurel Park. Starts Laurel Park race 9 tomorrow. There's the carryover, a little shy of 170,000. The total pool expected to be over $500,000. The Stronach 5 also features that industry low 12% takeout. And there's the lineup of races. Starts right here at Laurel Park. Your thoughts on tomorrow's Stronach 5?
I like it. I think it's a tough little sequence. I've got a bomb that I talked about a little bit earlier. I think it's going to be out on the feed here from Gulfstream Park, Leg C. I like a 20-1 morning line shot, Zaman in there, but could not find a single. I mean, we're going to have to group together. I'm going to get a couple guys together, throw some money together, and try to attack this ticket. But looks doable. Look for a major payout, though. Sure. I mean, this pool's what we're going to think about $500,000, maybe $600,000 when it's all said and done. But I like the sequence of races.
And I like a 5-1 shot in leg A right here at Laurel Park. I like the one special risk with Angel Suarez aboard at 5-1. So we'll all have tickets for the Stronach 5. You should have tickets. Everybody should have tickets. It's a little harder to hit than most your multi-race wagers, which are a 50-cent minimum bet. The Stronach 5 is a $1 minimum bet, so it's a little harder to hit, which means you get a bigger payout when you do hit it. That's why it's popular amongst your serious horse players, the horse players that go after that popular pick 4 at Los Alamitos. They like it because it's a $1 minimum play, so it kind of weeds out all your smaller tickets taking a share out of the payout, right? It's a little trickier to hit, and you get a bigger payout when you do hit it.
3 words: don't be scared.
Right.
Dive right in. And I say, get some buddies. You hate to leave it a horse or two that you go back and I should have had that. I should have gone one more. And how many times have we said that? So get some friends together. If you can't really, you used to playing that 50-cent minimum ticket. It can be done. You can strategize and formulate a ticket and take a shot. This payout should I don't say it's astronomical. You'd be the only ticket, but it's going to be strong, no doubt about it.
And it's almost the way it was explained to me. It's almost like you're playing with no takeout. With the 12% takeout, you figure the pool's going to be 500,000. So 12% of that's 60,000. But you're starting with a carryover of almost 170,000. So you're already you're plus 110,000 right there. So it's almost like there's no takeout in the Stronach 5. So I'm not going to be here tomorrow, unfortunately. But I know you and Tim are going to try to get together a group ticket. I'll try to put out an individual ticket as well, and I'll get my Stronach 5 bet in somehow tomorrow, even though I won't be here. And looking forward to see if I can get my 5-1 shot home in the first leg.
Okay.
You got a bomb in Leg C at Gulfstream?
Yeah, I think it's one of those situations. I fear the horses that are only also eligible in that race in Leg C, no doubt about it. I think this horse is live. Zaman first off of a claim, off the claim for a barn that hits with like 30% first off the claim. Had some excuses first 2 races. Moves back up in class. I think some positive signs here, and the breeding suggests long on the turf should work. It's a horse you don't want to get beat by, I can tell you that.
All right, so we'll try to give you some winners for the Stronach 5 tomorrow. Starts Laurel Park, race 9 right here tomorrow. Let's show you what we have going on today, Thursday. We have 3 carryovers for you to kick off the race week. The big one is the Rainbow Pick 6. That's going to start race 3 today on our 8-race program. There's the carryover, a little over 8,300. Then the late pick 5 starting race 4. That's a nice carryover in the late pick 5. That's almost 6,300 with that industry low 12% takeout. Then the rolling super high 5, that's going to start race 2 today. That has a low 15% takeout, and that's over 1,100 starting in the second race. So let's get right to it. Let's show you a picture of the main track. We had a lot of snow yesterday here, Wednesday at Laurel Park. A lot of snow. The track crew did a great job getting all the snow off the track, but we still had a lot of moisture seep into the track.
We do, and looking at it right now, I think we're going to be quick heading towards muddy sooner than later. We'll start at sloppy. Still some standing water. You see it, but even before first post, this thing is probably going to be upgraded, Stan, to muddy. I'll go back up to the press box, give it one more little strong look. But we'll start at sloppy now. Expect it to get to muddy. I don't know if we'll get to good through the course of this racing card, but some warmer weather is on the way here in the Mid-Atlantic region.
Yeah, sure. It's supposed to warm up all weekend long. We're supposed to be up in the 60s this Sunday.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun. Let's get right to it here. Let's start with race 1. Race 1's going to kick off that popular early pick 5 with the low industry low 12% takeout. It's a mandatory payout on this early pick 5. I have a ticket. Let's take a look. A very affordable $16 play for my early pick 5. In the opener, I go 2 deep with the 2 and the 4. The 4 is my top pick, ready to tap it. Your heavy favorite here in race 1. Race 2, I go with the 5 on top, Rockin' Cowboy, but I also like the 6 Candy Asset. First off the claim for Lacey Gaudette. And then race 3, I single on my price play of the day. It's a tough 8,000 starter allowance going a mile. I have the 7 Etruscan on top for trainer Jamie Ness. 5-1 there on the 7 Etruscan. Then race 4 is a nice starter allowance going a mile. I have the 4 on top there, Cowboy Knight, your favorite, but I also like the 7 Uno Dancer. And then race 5, that's a wide open maiden claiming $25,000 for 3-year-old fillies going 6 furlongs. I go with the 3, 7, 8, 9 in that race. The 9's my top pick there, Gold Cadillac, a first-time starter by Seville for trainer Mike Trombetta. So $16 early pick 5 ticket. You can study my tickets, Keith tickets, Tim Tulloch's tickets. All of our multi-race plays are up on the website, laurelpark.com, underneath the handicapping section. Let's take a look here at the opener. 5.5 furlongs claiming 8,000 straight 3-year-olds. I go with the heavy favorite on top, ready to tap it. 3 to 5 morning line with the scratch of the 5 Kosher Contract and the 7 Top Hat Tune. Probably going to be below 3 to 5 with those 2 scratches. And taking a big drop in class today for Ricky Silliman. This gelding by Reddy's Image had a nice win against Open 20,000 as a 2-year-old back in December right here at Laurel Park. Was claimed that day by Silliman. Ran an okay 4th against 25,000 early February. Coming off that, 6-week layoff. Now wheels right back and taking a drop. He's a 3-time winner at Laurel Park. You get J.D. Acosta back aboard. I'm going with the favorite here in race 1.
No doubt Acosta has had some success on Ready to Tap it. 9 starts, 3 wins, 3 seconds. But red flag here. Bam,
Big
right
drop
down to
for
the 8. Along with the 2, no mistake in me. I go to the 2. I know he's finished behind Ready to Tap it. Second time for Joe Taylor. I didn't mind the try last time out. 37 buyer up at Parks. This horse had significant trouble, was just right off the pace, comfortably in hand, moved into it, then was sandwiched, turning for a home. What I liked, you had to go back to the video and watch it. This horse shifted out and kept on willingly to the wire. Joe Taylor, he's done well here at Laurel. Last year, he's 3 for 7, 5 for 7 in the money with his runners. Ready to Tap it. Just looks like, if anybody, looks the most vulnerable. I think he is. Something's got to be up. I mean, attack mode, you claim for 20, you get beat for 25, right in for 8. Looks like a giveaway to me. I go with the 2, no mistake in me. I think the 1's going to add token speed from the inside, 2 with a little stalk and pounce move in here. So I'm assuming the 4 is going to probably find a new home for the 8,000, right?
Probably going to get sold here. So we both
Yeah.
like the 2, 3, 4 on top there in the opener. Let's turn the page. You like the early pick 4 today. Early pick 4 action starts in race 2. Nice open 12-5 claimer going 7 furlongs. Let's check out your ticket, see how you played it.
A little $24 ticket. 4 deep. I think race 2 is ultra competitive. Rockin' Cowboy probably going to be your fave, but I don't think he's any slam dunk. Moving off of a gritty win. I mean, it was a hard-fought victory January the 18th on a muddy sealed surface. Going to get that kind of track back today. We go 1A, 3, 5, 6 to get you started. Third race with the 4, 5, and 6. A double whammy looks like the stayer in that group for me. Fourth race, the 1, Dark Ops, and the 2, My Good Man. I'm going to try to beat Cowboy Knight. The 1 to beat, coming off of 2 good tries off the claim. Allowance down to an optional here. The 2 in Life. Zalata's he's had trouble finding the winner's circle at Laurel. Fifth race, we go 3 and 8. I like the first-time starter. Great French kiss here for Claudio. $24 ticket for the early pick 4.
Let's check out the second race. This race, one of our features of the day. It's for 4-year-olds and upward, claiming 12,500. Wide open claimer here, no conditions. A nice group of sprinters going 7 furlongs. We also kick off the rolling super high 5 in race 2, and we have a carryover in the super high 5. That's a little over 1,100, $1,135, and that has a low 15% takeout. We have it every race with 7 or more horses, so if they don't hit it here in the second, that'll carry over to race 3, so keep your eye on that throughout the day. Let's take a look here at the second. The 5, Rockin' Cowboy, going to be your favorite. That's my top pick. We have a video spotlight to show you of this 6-year-old son of Rockport Harbor. First off the claim today for trainer Mark Reed. Here's the win last out, January 18th at Laurel Park, going 6 furlongs on a muddy sealed track against open 8,000 claimers. Was in front by a half length, turning for home, and wins the duel here. Survives some late challengers. Wins by a neck. A big 75 buyer speed figure. So this horse 3 wins, 2 seconds from 5 starts in the off going. He ran huge that day. Now stepping up first off the claim. Alex Cintron, very capable veteran rider, gets aboard here. So I have him on top. You have the favored second.
Yeah, Rockin' Cowboy took advantage of his speed in that race, his positional speed. Young American was turning back, cutting back in distance off of a mile try. Simply ran out of ground right there. Topped at a 75. Can he bring that race back is the key. First off the claim. He's going to be forward. He's going to have to deal with the 1A, though. Court and Song, part of the entry that stays in for Hugh McMahon. I like the 6 Candy Asset. Lacey Gaudet has done well off the claim over the last couple of years. This horse trying 7 furlongs has done it once, won at 7 furlongs, and catches a track with moisture. Candy Asset likes this kind of racetrack. I think he's going to be poised. Maybe 3 or 4 off of it, leaving the 3/8 pole. He's got that grinding kind of style, I think, that can wear down the speed types in here.
Yeah, Lacey recently 25% first off the claim. And like you mentioned, the past 2-3 years, she's been solid first off the claim. So, yeah, I like the 6 Candy Asset as well. So 5-6 for me, 6-5 for you on top. We both like the 3 a little bit here. Runabouts in very good form. This 4-year-old son of Preakness winner, Oxbow, has won 3 in a row. Was just claimed by Dale Capuano. An aggressive move here by Dale, stepping up to an open 12-5 claimer. He keeps Rosario Montanez aboard here. This horse in very good form and stepping up for one of our top trainers here in Maryland.
Well, they see the short comment off of that victory, February the 9th. Eager, driving, back at the 7 furlong distance. He's been consistent. He hasn't run that fast. But that comment to me, it's showing he might have a little bit more in the tank. He's going to have it to run down some of these quicker horses right here. But Dale likes him stepping up in this from the the conditioned nickel to the open 12-5.
All right, let's turn the page here. Race 3, lots of action here. We kick off the 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6 here in race 3. Nice carryover today. Let's show you. It's $8,312 in the 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. Starts in race 3. My co-host in the afternoon, Tim Tulloch, he has a ticket. Let's check it out real quick. $28.80 ticket in race 3. He goes with the 3, 6, 7. And the fourth race, he goes with the 4-7 there. So that's what I like in race 4. In the fifth race, he has the 1A 3. Race 6, a nice allowance race for 3-year-olds going 2 turns. He goes 3 deep there with the 1-3-5. Then a race 7, a 2 other than allowance feature going 6 furlongs. And my best bet, the 6 Tricky Lion, he likes. And he also likes the 9 in there, Cozy Lover at 10-1. Then race 8, the finale, he goes with the 2-8. That's who I have on top, the 2 favorites there in race 8. So let's take a look here at the first leg of this Rainbow Pick 6. A very tough $8,000 starter allowance, 4 and up, going a flat mile. This race, a tricky race to handicap. I go with the 7 on top as my price play of the day. 5-1 morning line on the 7, Etruscan. 4 trainer Jamie Ness, a 7-year-old son of Bernardini's. 4 for 8 in the money on and off track. He's made over $200,000 now. He's 0 for 4 here at Laurel Park, and most recently he was the beaten favored early February here, going a mile. That was against open 25,000 claimers, but you look at the race 3 back on December 1st here at Laurel at this level. A real big effort that day with an 82 buyer speed figure. Was in front turning for home, just got beat a neck, finished second to the talented Blow the Whistle. So that effort puts him right there today. He gets reacquainted with Angel Suarez, who is aboard for that December 1st race. Angel back aboard today for Ness. I'll go with the 7 Etruscan on top.
Kind of hit rock bottom within recent form when you go through the numbers. He's a type of horse that likes to kind of just make a sustained run from just off the pace. Last 2, a little bit of a fizzle. Not saying you see these horses bounce back up, though, Stan, off of that lower number. So I expect an improved effort from Etruscan. Interesting race with the flow. Federal Walk, his best chance, and I think his only chance against this group is to the front. But he's going to meet a couple horses stretching out off of some sharp victories, sprinting. Corhan, the 4, and the 3, Trusting Friend. Trusting Friend, he's won 5 of his last 6. I think these 3, they get engaged at some point, and asking a lot of the 3 and the 4 to stretch out to go from that 6.5 furlong distance to the mile. First time at it. I think Double Whammy's the stayer. I don't think he's in his best form, but he's hedging back. He had a major excuse in its last. His improved numbers since coming back to Mary Epler's barn. Double Whammy, if he can avoid early trouble that gets him out of his rhythm, if he can just kind of sit there, I think he can just kind of keep churning and wear down the speeds through the last 1/8 of a mile.
Yeah, he's a talented 8-year-old, a 10-time winner here at Laurel Park, and he's 6 for 9 in the money in the off-going. I overlooked him a little bit here. I guess his last race at this level in the slop, late January. He ran okay that day, but he only finished 5th that day. He had some trouble in that race, was checked going into the first turn. So that's how tough this race is. I like the 6 Double Whammy, just did not get to him. We both like the 3 here. Trusting Friend is going to be one of your favorites for our leading trainer, Claudio Gonzalez. And, he just had a nice big win against First Level Allowance Company, going 6 furlongs. He's stretching out to a mile for the first time today, and he's going to be part of the early pace for sure.
No doubt about it. And the 5 Supervision now stepping up, kind of like Dale's horse. You're going from the conditioned nickel race up to a starter allowance. This is a tough task, but I don't know where that race came from last time. Obviously, they found the whole card. He had something left in the tank. He was kind of cruising the last 70 yards, Stan.
And he was out of condition that race. That was a 2 and 6 months, 5 life.
And he just absolutely jogged. So, he can get the distance.
Yep.
And he's going to have the right kind of flow. Who do you like between the 4 and the 3? You like the 3 a little bit better than the 4 stretching out, going to the mile distance. I like Corhan's got that 7 furlong win a couple of races back. Beat Tradfest, beat the right kind. This is a good horse race right here, this starter 8, no doubt.
And then the 2 Federal Walk, just like Supervision last out. Federal Walk, he ran huge last out.
Yeah.
He galloped by 4.5 against beaten 8,000, big 77 buyer that day. But both the 2 Federal Walks, 0 for 4 in the off-going. The 5 Supervision, 0 for 6 in the off-going. So they have that going against them. But, real nice horse race here in race 3 to kick off that 20-cent Rainbow Pick 6. Nice carryover today. We have a carryover as well in the late Pick 5. I have a ticket for that. We'll check that out right after this.
Whether you're at home or at the track, have a stake in the race when you bet with ExpressBet. Sign up for an ExpressBet online betting account and receive up to a $500 sign-up bonus.
All right, welcome back here. Race 4 is going to kick off the late pick 5. Nice carryover today in the late pick 5. There it is, $6,281. Industry low, 12% takeout. Means more cash in your pocket when you hit the pick 5s here at Laurel Park. Let's check out my ticket. I have a ticket, a $32 play for the late pick 5. I go 2 deep here in race 4. I have the 2 favorites on top, the 4 and the 7. Race 5, that's a wide open maiden 25 for 3-year-old fillies. I go 4 deep there with the 3, 7, 8, 9. Race 6, a nice 3-year-old allowance race going 2 turns. I go 2 deep there, the 3 Amino with McCarthy aboard for Grand Motion. And the 5 Red Gum, he ran huge last out for trainer Kelly Rubley. So 3-5 there in race 6. That's one of our features of the day. Race 7, the big feature of the day, a second level allowance condition, going 6 furlongs. My best bet of the day, the 6 Tricky Lion, the Maryland bred for Dale Capuano. He came off the layoff firing bullets, 2 in a row off a long layoff. Tricky Lion in top form right now. I key on him in race 7, our allowance feature of the day. And then race 8, that's a filly and mare, nickel 2 life, 5.5. I go 4 deep, 2, 8, 9, 10 in the finale. Let's check out race 4. It's a nice starter allowance, 4 and up. Never won 2 is the condition. We're going a flat mile. The 4 Cowboy Knight going to be your favorite here in race 4 for trainer Marcos Zuleta. And this horse, a big third, last out against Allowance Company at Parks, going 6.5, big 80 buyer that day. Second the time before on a wet fast track up there at Parks, going a mile, big 86 buyer that day. And he finds a nice cozy starter allowance condition today. This race is supposed to be easier than those allowance races up there at Parks, and he runs the same way he's been running up at Parks. He'll be awfully tough here. It's his first try, though, here at Laurel Park for the 4 Cowboy Knight.
Yeah, we talked about Zuleta, 1 for 21 the last 3 years at Laurel, 8 for 21 in the money. Horse, definitely. I think this is a little bit of a softer group than what he faced up at Parks. That stat scares me. He's going to be short. I'll use him the exactest. 2-back race, good. Triple key race. Some horses come out of there really have run big. The horse actually went up to New York to win. I think the road is going to go through the 1, Dark Ops. Don't know what happened the last 2 races, but it's going to be hard-pressed to keep him off the lead. We've seen the Englehart horses. They come to Laurel. They like it. They improve. So Dark Ops you can't leave out. He could sneak away. But I like the 2. My good man here from Mary Appler. Freshened up since a maiden special weight score back in late November. Little stat for Mary. Past 2 years, 61 to 180-day layoff on the dirt going long. She's 8 for 21 with an ROI of over $4. My good man, one with something in the tank. He's been patiently handled since. We know we're going to have a target with Dark Ops, and this horse really moved to contention easily last time, Stan. A $20,000 claim. Wasn't scared. Took this horse first time out for 20 back at Gulfstream Park. A $200,000 purchase. Interesting that was in. Mary wasn't scared. This horse is going to pay some dividends here. And my good man, I think, is going to have a sustained run at this mile distance.
And the Curlins, they get better with age. We've seen that time and time again. So now a 4-year-old son of Curlin. I like the 2, my good man, as well. I use that runner. The 7, I use in my exacta. Uno Dancer, a 4-year-old son of Macho Uno. Homebred here for Stronach and Corrales, a big second last out at this layoff, coming off a little over a 2-month layoff, beaten favored, but maybe needed a race. Ran well now, second off the layoff. Caramano stays aboard. You figure the 7, Uno Dancer, should be right there.
Yeah, I think with his tactical speed, he's around. I'd like to see a little bit more finish, but he's showing he kind of is what he is right now, the 4-year-old. He's going to probably top out at a low 70. I think he's going to have to run a little faster than that to beat these types. You're looking at Cowboy Knight, a horse that's running the low to mid-80s, and my good man who looks like is on his way up, and the 1 who could just open up and just see you later for Englehart.
All right, so nice starter allowance there in race 4 to kick off that late pick 5. Let's turn the page here. Race 5 kicks off the late pick 4. We're going 6 furlongs, maiden claiming 25,000. 3-year-old fillies here in the 5th. Scratch the 1 River Sonata. The 1A Silver Side stays in. Also scratched the 5, Margie's Band. I end up with a first-time starter on top here, the 9, Gold Cadillac. They were very high on that new Maryland Stallion Seville. They were very high on him. The offspring, his foals were coming out. They were good looking. He died. He died up there. I think a field accident or something in the paddock, a freak accident. They lost him, but you saw that Katie Voss filly last Saturday. That 2-year-old filly. No, now 3-year-old filly got the money in the wide country. So these Sevilles are coming out running. So homebred for our Larry Johnson and Mike Trombetta. She's been working up there at Fair Hill, but I like the works from the gates up there at Fair Hill. The work 5 furlongs from the gate, February 5th up there at Fair Hill. That looks like a nice 5 furlong workout. So it hasn't been working here at Laurel Park, but sometimes Trombetta will ship one down here from Fair Hill, give it a work here at Laurel Park. I don't see any works on the tab from Laurel Park, but I like the outside draw. You get Pimentel on the 9, Gold Cadillac.
Yeah, he got his key rider in Half the Street Passion, who's a horse that won recently at Laurel Park, has some speed. I go to another first. I think this race is right for a first-time starter to get the job done. I like the 8, Great French Kiss for Claudio Gonzalez, out of a mare that won her debut. Has a sibling that won at first asking. We know that despite the odds, winning about 9 or 10% first time out. I think spotted perfectly here for the debut run. A good draw towards the outside. I think you're going to see some speed from the 8, Great French Kiss.
Yeah, some nice works right here at Laurel Park. Doesn't have to shift. Doesn't have to ship for the debut. Has 2 recent gate works coming into today. You get Caramanos aboard for Claudio Gonzalez.
And that was his choice. He was also named on cover photo for Trombetta.
Okay.
Opts for this firster. Cover photo I like. I like the 3 here. First time for Tromby. Lasix goes on. He's about 18% with his first-time Lasix runners over the last couple years. They were sprinting on the dirt. This horse a little rank behind horse into the turn last time. First time though, maybe this horse a little equipment change might settle a little bit better, and I think expect a more improved finish for the 3 cover photo. Munnings. You see that on Bridled Song and the Breeding? This horse should love the off track.
All right, so we both like the 3, 8, 9 there in race 5. Let's turn the page. Race 6 to kick off the final pick 3. A real nice first level allowance condition, optional claiming $50,000 for straight 3-year-olds going a mile and a 16th. I go with the 5 on top. We both have Red Gum on top. Let's show you the big good-looking win last out for this 3-year-old son of Sky Mesa, a homebred for the Elkstone Group, a Maryland bred for Kelly Rubley. It's a good-looking win, going 7 furlongs on a muddy track, January 19th against Maiden Special Weight. Had to break from the 1 hole, going 7 furlongs, overcame that. He wins by 3 with Toledo aboard. Toledo back aboard today. Red Gum, 3 for 3 in the money on the off-going.
Yeah, a little bit of an aggressive move around the turn to the inside to get the lead. Was guided off the inside to win clear. You saw that last 1/8 of a mile. He was, it was getting to him a little bit. You look at the bottom side, it was all sprint, Amber Common. But the way this barn's going and moving out, sprint the route, her horses do well. I think Red Gum is going to be just off the pace. It'll be interesting. They may try to go ahead and send him. Marco Island should have some speed to the inside, but clearly the one to beat is going to be the 3. 8-5 right now in the morning line. The scratch of the 2 is going to bring those odds down on this Grand Motion 3-year-old by Pioneer of the Nile.
Sure. Now Red Gum's race fit. He's been running. Amino coming off a little freshening. Hasn't run since mid-December. A nice effort that day. Beaten favor though. Good second against Allowance Company to Mount Travers. So now is homebred by Pioneer of the Nile. He's been working well up there at Fair Hill. 4 motion. You get the leading rider, Trevor McCarthy. We both go against the favorite, but yeah, Amino, he'll be well bet here in race 6.
I'd like to see Red Gum. I mean, right on it or just off. I got to think the one showed 2 moves last time. It's an improving type. This horse took to the distance and really ran through the wire. I was a little surprised at Marco Island's finish last time, but not going to dismiss this horse today. Going to use in the mix. Your price is going to be the 6 Offer He Can't Refuse. Was back off of a slow pace. Could never really get it going. I think there'll be a little bit more speed up top to help. And this horse might have been best November 29th. Was put up. This horse encountered a lot of trouble in that race and really finished up well through the final 3/16 of a mile. I expect improvement for the 6, and you're going to get a price. This Trombetta runner, Offer He Can't Refuse.
All right, so nice allowance race for 3-year-olds there in race 6. Let's turn the page. Race 7, a big feature of the day, a second level allowance condition, optional claiming 35,000 4 and up, going 6 furlongs. My best bet of the day. I have him on top. You pick him third, and that's the 6 Tricky Lion. We have a video spotlight to show you for Tricky Lion. Let's show you his last win, January 12th here at Laurel Park. He's 2.5 in front, turnover home, wins by 1.25 lengths. This was his second race off a long layoff. Dale brought him back late December off a long layoff. He galloped in December against First Level Allowance Company, comes right back against Starter Handicap Company here, and he fired a big 82 Buyer speed figure. He gets a good outside draw today, breaking from the 6-hole. Weston Hamilton back aboard, the 7-year-old Maryland-bred Tricky Lion in great form right now. He's a 2-time winner in the off-going, 6 for 10 overall on an off track. I'll go with the 6 Tricky Lion to continue his winning streak off the layoff.
Yeah, he was able to put away some other speed types last time. Took outside pressure, shook clear. Opted to go here. Was in the other day, right? In one of the starter handicap races, if I'm not mistaken. Decides to go in the 2 other than. Kind of comes out of his 5.5 furlong comfort zone and may have to deal with some additional speed to his outside in the likes of Showalter and Cozy Lover. That being said, I go to the 2 inner rears. An excuse last time, shortening up in distance. A lot of times, too, Stan, his horse was into the flow early after bobbling, and that happens a lot. Horses stumble, they bobble, they just kind of get ramped up, and they go. Right. They take off. I think this horse is going to relax perfectly down to the inside. He does not have quite the natural speed of Tricky Lion and a couple of these other horses. He's going to sit just off of it. The 6 furlongs will enhance his run. He makes amends here after the beaten favorite try last time out.
Yeah, big effort on a muddy sealed track late December here at Laurel against 2 other than Allowance Company. So, yeah, Claudio, he'll have him right today. The 2 inner ears going to be right there. The 1 Great Bulls of Fire. I'm sticking with this horse. He was very good, a multiple stakes winner as a 2-year-old. It's taken Hammy a while to get him back in good form, but he ran big last time. A good third at this level, going 7 furlongs, third behind Saratoga Bob and Super Dude. They're nice horses. McCarthy just going to have to work out a good trip from the inside. This horse will be sitting about mid-pack or so. Let's see if the 1 Great Bulls of Fire is up to rallying to getting into the exact today for me.
A little bit of a teaser, this horse.
Yeah.
You know, he's got the talent. There's no doubt about it.
Sure.
And if he ever puts it all together, watch out. Yeah, a definite user in here.
McCarthy stays aboard there.
Yeah, I think he's going to be fine. He'll work out a trip from the inside. He'll make a steady progression off of it. I like the improvement of Wild Rider off the claim. 2 improving numbers, 2-putt. He came back to run well out of that January 25th race. Yeah, he was on the lead that day and pretty good internals. I think he's got a rating gear. He's got the right kind of rider in Pimentel to go ahead and settle and make a move into it. This horse is moving in the right direction, and he likes a wet track with 3 wins to his credit.
All right, so nice upper-level allowance feature of the day there in Race 7 to kick off that late daily double. Let's check out Race 8, claiming 5,000 Philly mares 4 and up. Never won 2 lifetime. We're going 5.5 furlongs here, and we both have the 2 favorites on top. We like the same 4 Philly mares here. The 2 Angelina Star for Jerry Robb. A good second for 16,000. 2 life last out on a sloppy track. Was the favorite that day. A decent second with a 49 Buyer speed figure. Then didn't run very well for 12.5 2 life. Just an okay 4th that day. So a nice drop to the nickel 2 life today. So an aggressive move by Jerry Robb. He gets Xavier Perez back aboard. I think the 2 Angelina Star with the class relief going to be awfully tough to beat. This Philly 6 for 7 in the money here at Laurel.
Yeah, it'd be hard-pressed to keep her off the lead, off the drop inside. You're going to probably see the X-Men go ahead and send. Might have to deal with the 6 CV's Wild Child, Claudio Gonzalez, first time in his barn for owner Joseph Biesecker. I go to the 8, the edge here, Engelhardt. He takes the edge. I go ahead and go along for the ride. A decent middle move at 6 furlongs. We're going 5.5 here. This little class drop, this little relief is going to get the job done for Catriona right off the pace. Yeah, no, Tizaduzzi is improving. There's your, your bomb they use that maybe might help enhance your tries in Superfectus. 3 ascending numbers, major traffic, last 1/8 of a mile last time out. This horse will, brings a little bit of finish to the table against some horses that kind of like to flatten in their runs. So, tis a doozy. Use underneath in your tries and supers.
And the 10 Animalistic should get a nice strip on the outside. You get the apprentice Kymar Trotman aboard for Mark Schumann. I think the 10 gets a piece of it as well. So I'm 4 deep there in race 8 on my late pick 5. That's it. We're out of time. Dave Rodman, he's coming up next with today's scratches and changes. Good luck.
Good luck.